Well, good morning, friends. Welcome to the 30-day experiment. I'm not sure if I'm going to call it that because I want you to join me actually. I am starting this in the morning so that I can actually be consistent because every morning I come out here on my new deck, mind you, to just start my day with the Lord. So I thought this would be a great way for me to be consistent on YouTube. Um, so what are we gonna get into? Because really, to be honest, I would be on my phone like checking. I should have notes. I don't have notes. Anyway, I would be on my phone like, Chad, help me come up with a script. Today, I have no script for you. I have no script for you. I'm just going to talk what's on my heart and really get into the meat and potatoes of why I'm doing this. So, my YouTube channel is probably 2012. I mean, probably older than that because I was doing hair videos when I lived in Arizona and when the natural hair movement started. And so that was a while ago. And YouTube has just been a really great place to come on and express yourself and be creative and talk and but I've never been like a consistent uploader. Like I'll do it here and there. If you look back at my videos, the last one was last night because we started this challenge, but it's been every 2 months, every 3 months. I wanted to make this a channel for running, and I realized I'm just going to be me. I am just going to be me, and the runner you'll get, the mother you'll get, the teacher you'll get, interpreter you'll get as much as I can. And I'm just going to be myself. I'm just going to be myself. And it's still going to be light stories because I'm all about bringing light, love, and hope, especially to women. And I'm calling us out, ladies. I am calling us out. What if we decided to be consistent for the next 30 days? So I'm calling you out just like I have been called out by the Lord. What if I was consistent for 30 days? Because he told me 4 years ago to start and do this consistently. And guess where I was? Dilly daddling in other platforms. I've been on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I haven't started Substack. I don't need anything else. I need to be consistent here on YouTube. So, day two, and join me. Um, so, one of the things that I do in the morning is I go to scripture, and if this isn't for you, it's not for you. You can skip past this part. But I think the sacred text is just a great way to start your day. And so I'm going to choose something out of Proverbs because Proverbs is the wisdom book. It was written by the richest and wisest king ever. And the reason why he was the richest was because he was the wisest. And he asked the Lord, more than anything, give me wisdom. Okay, so that's a tip for us. Okay, let's see here. Um, let me go. Let's go back to the first. All right, here we go. This is NIV. Number one, the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David. I love David. David was ratchet, king of Israel, for obtaining wisdom and discipline, for understanding words of insight, for acquiring a disciplined and prudent life. Don't look at me. Doing what is right, just, and fair. Oh, when I listen to that, when I read that, I really think about our world, our America right now. For giving prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Now, I'm not going to teach you, but whenever it says the fear of the Lord, it's honoring. It's not like scared of God. But fools despise, I highlighted that part, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. My. Okay, so that was chapter 1, verses 1 through 7. So this is what I do. I come out and I actually, after I finish this video, I'm going to listen to some worship and just sit and listen to the birds and listen to the wind and just be. Just be. I have a really bad habit of not just being. I'm a productive girly. And I don't know if any of you are like this, but if I'm not doing something, I feel like a loser. I actually shared this in a therapy session one time, and she asked me, she said, this was a few years ago, she was like, so if you're not working or doing or producing something, how do you feel? And I started crying. I feel like I'm a loser. I feel like I'm not worth anything. And she was like, so you get your worth out of doing. And so then after I realized that, the Lord was like, I am going to teach you how to rest in me. And I've been on that journey for a few years, just learning how to rest and learning how to be and not do. We are human beings, not human doings. And so this is I don't think I'll ever master that, because the tendency of me, I want to be doing something. Literally, I'm filming a video right now, but I'm hoping this will be helpful for other people. Jeez, it's hot out here today. Um yeah, but let's talk about, I want to have some type of alignment to this video so that you won't just be like, she's over here just yapping away. But really, I am. I don't have a script today. Um, this is the first day that I don't have contractors at my house. We have been doing a lot of renovations here at my home. I've been in this home for 6 years. We moved in right before COVID, and I am so grateful for this home. So we had foreclosed during the housing crisis back in 2008. We were living in Arizona at the time, and we had just bought a new home, a couple years old, brand new from the ground up, and the market crashed. And my husband and I were going through a really hard time. Actually, we thought we were not going to survive. He had moved out, and I was fending for myself, and I was really angry. And I was like, God, I don't know what to do. We had paid about $189,000 for the house. And we just decided to let it go because nobody was buying. We had it up for sale, nobody was buying. And when we decided to just leave the state, we left the state. I hope that's not like illegal. It's too late if you're going to catch me. But we left the state, and the house ended up foreclosing for $65,000. Okay, we paid $189,000. It sold back to the bank for $65,000. It was a brand new home, and we left new washer and dryers. We left a lot of stuff in that house, and we just had to get away. We weren't running away from the Phoenix area, but the Lord had told us to move to Atlanta, and so we just packed up and drove our dog. We had a miniature schnauzer at the time, and two boys, and we drove. So when we got here, of course, we had foreclosure on our credit, and we couldn't buy a house. This was our second house that we had bought. And when I got here to Atlanta, I was so broken. I was just broken from just life, from marriage falling apart, just feeling like a failure. And we ended up renting a home um, and starting over. So we rented until we were able to buy a house. And when um, it was, so God talks to me a lot. And I know you're like, that's kind of crazy, but no, God talks to me a lot. And I really try to listen. He said, um, he told me, he said, start packing. God be saying stuff, and you be just like, what? God, why do you say stuff like that? He was like, start packing. And I was like, my credit is bad. Like, I'm not prepared. He said, start packing. And so I knew that we were getting prepared to buy a home. And I didn't know where. We had just had another kid. That was just pressing, right? My oldest son was in high school. And so we started on that journey. And long story short, we landed in a place that I never thought. It was a small town outside of where we were, about an hour outside where we were. And we found this home, and it just felt right. And the lady left literally all her appliances, right? Remember, we left all of our stuff. The Lord repaid us back more than she left all her appliances. She left paint, like she was the most organized. She left binders of all of the work that she had put in the house. She was a single woman. She had taken care of this house meticulously. And we got it and ended up getting refunded at closing. So it was a blessing. And so over the years, we've been there for 6 years. We've had to do work as homeowners. And so we just finished our deck. That's one of the projects I'm going to show you shortly. We finished our retaining wall. And I'm gonna post some of those videos, but that takes editing, and that's my nemesis. And I'm building a cottage garden, and I'm gonna show you that. But yeah, this is my life right now, and I am just here to be consistent. And so I'm going to end this video asking you to join me on this journey. I know that there's something that you have been called to do that you just haven't started because of fear, because of intimidation, because you don't know where to start, because it's not time yet. All of the reasons. I am going to challenge. No, I'm not going to challenge you. This is not a challenge. You can do what you want. You're grown. I am going to extend a welcome because this is something that I know I need to do that'll change my life. I've heard so many times people say, YouTube changed my life. And why wouldn't I step out and do it? So maybe running is something that you want to try to do. Maybe quitting your job is something that you've been wanting to do. Maybe taking a solo girls trip, or taking, not a solo girls trip, taking a solo trip somewhere, but you've been too afraid. This is the month. July, we're in here. We're in these streets. Okay. And I'm going to extend a welcome for you to join me. So in the comments, I want you to tell me, what are you going to do this month that is scary, that's intimidating, that's something that you've been putting off? And please join me. Subscribe. Like I'm trying to build a life over here. I'm a teacher, for God's sake. Um, and I promise to bring you my heart. I promise to bring you everything that God has put in here, because it's time to get down to business. Let's get down to business. Anyway, let me show you the garden and the deck. So we had our house painted as well yesterday. And this is they got some touch ups to do, so that's why the paint is there. The table's pushed back, so because they were painting. But I had gone through a reiteration of chair cushions because ChatGPT had me going wrong. I had green, and then I was like, oh, I really do like the black and white. So we're going with the black and white. At one point, this deck cut off here. It stopped right there. And so we extended it so I could have a little nook. I love my nook. And that's Gracie. Say hi, Gracie. And then this part stopped right. Do you see the four windows? It stopped at the fourth window. It didn't go over. So we extended it all the way over. Now, this wall at one point was railroad ties. Now I know you people that are not in the South probably don't know what that is, but it was old railroad wood ties. That doesn't even make sense, but look it up. And it was 20 something years old, and it was falling apart, and there were snakes and all kinds of rodents. So we ended up replacing the wall. There is a pond right over there, but unfortunately we can't see it because there's trees. Our neighbors planted trees, but in the fall we can see the pond. There's also a golf course over there. And then this is my cottage garden. This is what it's the June. I guess I got to do a June garden, right? Like people do on YouTube. But I still got things to plant. I got things I got to clean up. But with all the work that we've been doing, they ended up putting new sod down because they destroyed our grass. But with all the work that we've been doing, I haven't gotten to my planting. So I love a hydrangea. I love different kinds of hydrangeas. I really love the hardy hibiscus. You see that one right there? I love it. I just love plants. I love living things. So, yeah, guys. Let me get over here. So, signing off. Remember to oh, all right. Just want to make sure I'm in the frame for crying out loud. This is gonna be a journey. Hey, Gracie, say hello to the people. Say hello. Hi, Gracie. Say hi to Gracie, y'all. Please, uh, uh, say hi to Gracie in the comments. Gracie wants to know that you love her. This is not yours. All right, guys. I will see you on tomorrow. Keep shining wherever you go, and hit me up in the comments and let me know what is it that you're going to be doing these next 30 days.